The next leg of our journey takes us across the region's famous HEL Peninsula to one of Poland's most popular holiday destinations.
Jagody spadają do wody, powiadają ludzie, że nie mam urody. Urodo, gdybym ja cię miała, miałabym ja chłopca, jakiego bym chciała. Urodo, gdybym ja cię miała, miałabym ja chłopca, jakiego bym chciała. Lecz mi matuś rzekła: córuś moja droga, przecież masz majątek, na co ci uroda. Urodo, gdybym ja cię miała, miałabym ja chłopca, jakiego bym chciała. Choć urody nie mam, ale czyste serce, przecież jakiś chłopak za żonę mnie zechce. Choć urody nie mam, o to się nie troszczę, wszystkim urodziwym wcale nie zazdroszczę. Choć urody nie mam, o to się nie troszczę, wszystkim urodziwym wcale nie zazdroszczę.
Pani Kasia sfotografuje się.
We're here. We finally made it. This is HEL. Established in the 12th century as a small fishing village, HEL has grown to become one of the most popular summer destinations in Poland. The village was first mentioned in 1198 as a center of herring trade, and at that time HEL was just a tiny island, and in the 13th century the village became one of the largest and most important trade centers in the area, even competing with the nearby town of Gdansk. Now, my family actually grew up in Poland during the communist era, and they used to come to HEL a lot, and they would tell me that back then this was actually a military area and there was nothing here for tourists. It was just a small fishing village. But today we have a few tourist facilities like restaurants and even some small hotels. So it's definitely grown over the past few decades as it's become more and more popular with Polish tourists. But it's still not a huge destination for foreign tourists. Now in the 13th century, HEL was actually known by the name Galen. Well, I like this town. The tourist season haven't started yet. We're a week early before the tourist season, so it's still not that crowded. There is a little bit of crowd, but it's not too bad, and it's a really nice break from the crowded streets of Gdansk. Right behind me is the Bay of Puc.
Ja też. Łapę.
Tak? Na co?
No ci odgryzie rękę.
Ujnie fajnie.
We're at the HEL seal sanctuary. It only costs 2 zloty, which is 64 cents to visit the sanctuary. Now most people don't know this, but seals actually do live in the Baltic. Most of them, however, are found in the northern Baltic, but there is a small population that lives off the coast of Poland. There are actually 2 species of seals found in the Baltic. The gray seal, which is found throughout the entire Baltic, and the less common harbor seal, which is only found in the southern Baltic. Now this sanctuary holds gray seals, 4 males and 2 females, and they're all rescues that will most likely never be released back into the wild, even though that is the hope and the goal of this sanctuary. In Poland, it's actually difficult to see seals in the wild, so if you want to see some seals in Poland, this is a good place to come. And we got lucky and we arrived right during feeding time. There are 2 feeding times a day at 11 and 2, and we were able to catch the 11 o'clock feeding.
Asia też jest.
Although HEL is one of the most popular summer destinations in Poland, very few foreign tourists come here. This is a popular tourist destination, but only for Poles, and it's very rare to see a foreign tourist here, and an American almost never. Right here we have a traditional Polish dessert. It's called naleśniki. I eat these at home. This one is made a little differently. It's covered with some sort of whipped cream, bananas, chocolate, and inside you can either put jam or cheese. This one has jam. Delicious. I've never had them made this way before. This is traditional Polish style. Naleśniki. You have some traditional Kashubian artwork here.
Tutaj się czołgał. Tu jest dziura.
Z tamtej strony. Ten strzelecki miał, wchodził.
This is a firing cupola, a reconstructed firing cupola built between 1954 and 1955, and the soldier would come in through here. It's a bit of a tight squeeze, and then he would hide in there, and he'd be able to stick his weapon, his gun, out this hole and fire safely with this as a cover.
Pani Kasiu.
Behind me is a German long-range radar that was built in 1943, and it had a range of up to 70 kilometers.
Tam jaka dziura.
And this radar was used to direct gunfire of German batteries on HEL. Like a motorcycle from Indiana Jones.
It's gorgeous, yeah?
World War II motorcycle. Now I was actually warned not to go off the trail when hiking this area because there are still a lot of undetonated ordnances left over from World War II. You can see the different colors of the water. Here in the Putsk Bay it's more of a minty color, and over there in the Baltic Sea next to the shore it's minty, then further out it's darker. It's because this is where the two bodies of water meet. Artillery shelter that was built in 1935, one of the 4 that was built in the area. Here's another one of those 4 shelters, and right here you can actually see the remainders of some old artillery that was used during World War II. This is actually a cannon as well as a mounted machine gun. They would mount them on these sort of mounts right here and then use them to fire. Look at this now, that's a huge gun. In terms of military technology, the Germans were far more advanced than the Poles. While the Poles were still fighting with swords and horses, the Germans already had tanks, planes, and guns. This is where they would hide, and it was actually an entrance way over there. I'm not going to go down there though, because I'm not sure how far it runs, but that's where they would enter in down this corridor here. Well, this has been a really nice trip. It was really nice to get away for a while and relax a little bit. I like this place. It's really quiet, so you can really relax here. So I guess AC/DC was right. Hell ain't such a bad place to be.